Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. The US media, the corporate media, I don't even know if it's corporate anymore and whomever owns it, there's too many. And it's not us, that's for sure, and it's not free and independent. The media is on overdrive in telling us, the script about unprovoked attack on Ukraine, evil Russians destroying whatever, including the fact that Ukraine is the victim 100%, and it defends itself, and we just help them because those guys are doing this and that. Okay, they're in overdrive or whatever. But there's many out there that I'm aware of that don't buy this shit. The things are more nuanced. I'm not saying Ukraine is not a victim. I think it is the victim, but in a different way. I think it's the victim of those guys mostly, and this is the consequence. So the Ukrainians are from both directions. They are the most. That's the problem. That's true. Now they tell us, these guys, the media, you know what? We don't tell the Ukrainians what to do. Why? Because the weasels, supposedly from the US government, no, we don't tell them. They conduct their war however they want. We just supply them with weapons, tell them where to hit and where not to hit, but we're not involved, and we don't put pressure on them. If they want to negotiate with Putin, that's their choice. If they want to continue fighting, that's their choice. Well, I don't buy that. I'm a denier, all right? I don't buy that. Why? Because I have a brain. I'm not gonna dumb myself to agree to ignore evidence just because these idiots are telling me that. All right? And a lot of people don't understand it, don't want to understand, live in denial, not a denier. Denial. Ooh, I don't know, no, it can't be so, no. Here's the evidence. No. So what happened now? This article comes from the Russians, so we should pay attention to that. But be mindful. That's the expression used in the US government. Be mindful. Like what? I'm a tart or something? Anyway. And this comes from Washington Post. The Russia Today just picked it from these beautiful guys, and I'm going to show this article to you. Russia Today, July 18th, 2023. US pressuring Ukraine for quote-unquote decisive breakthrough. WAPO. Washington Post. Washington fears Kiev's counteroffensive may not be able to deliver as powerful a blow as previously expected, the outlet claims. US officials are reportedly concerned that Ukraine is not making enough progress in its much lauded counteroffensive, the Washington Post reported on Tuesday, citing anonymous sources. According to the outlet, Washington is urging Kiev to commit to a decisive breakthrough, as Ukrainian commanders have yet to employ the large-scale offensive tactics they were taught by Western instructors. What's going on here? See this one right here? It's either the Ukrainians are cowards, which I don't think so, or the Ukrainians don't listen, or they're dumb, or what other options are here? You see, Washington is urging Kiev to commit to decisive breakthrough, as Ukrainian commanders have yet to employ the large-scale offensive tactics they were taught by Western instructors. So they're not listening, they're afraid to do it, or they know better what's in the territory, what's in the field. An unnamed U.S. official explained to the Washington Post that the West had trained Ukrainian forces because, they don't know how to fight. Forces in integrated offensive maneuvers, as well as provided mine-clearing equipment, and stressed that it was paramount, quote-unquote, that Kiev's troops quickly applied those capabilities to breach Russia's defenses. That would tell us that supposedly the Ukrainians are in charge. Again, I doubt it. I think that actually they can't advance faster with all they have. That's what I think. I don't think it's Ukrainians not wanting, being a little bit, timid in applying those fantastic things that they learn from those guys because they're dumb or something. Again, You know, it's something like that. I think they can't, and they say, well, we're going to blame you. Because I don't think the Ukrainians are in charge. That's my, I don't know. I don't think so. Maybe they are having the last word, but I think things are organized somewhere and then they're let know. Hey, we're going to do this, and the Ukrainians can discuss and say, well, no. Okay, it's your thing. It's your thing after all, but hey, we provide you with this, provide you with that. We'll see if you continue to ignore our advice, military advice, then probably we're going to just plug you off and you're done. And that will be it. So let's see here. Western officials have reportedly criticized Ukraine's military for embracing an attrition-based approach aimed at firing artillery and missiles at command, transport, and logistics sites at the rear of the Russian positions instead of using Western-style combined arms operations that involve large-scale maneuvers featuring tanks, armored vehicles, infantry, artillery, and air power, the outlet said. Analysts, now the experts come, from the Institute of Study of War. Don't trust this guy at all. Look who's the president. She is the sister-in-law of... that's one reason why I don't, is evidence from last year made me not. So she's a sister-in-law of Victoria Nuland, the Undersecretary of State of U.S. Secretary of State, okay? Undersecretary of State. So her husband, I think, is the brother of Nuland's husband or something like that. It just makes me, or something like that. I covered that in a video before. It makes me vomit. Why? Because they're all intertwined. Analysts, and then another thing is these guys covered, if you remember that, I can't remember, the bombardment of some barracks, some Azov battalion prisoners barracks. They were blown up, and the Institute of Study of War just made some statement without having evidence. And for me, I said, what? I think that was in May last year. I covered that. I can't remember the name of the seat. It was not Avdiivka. It was something like Div, something else over there. But anyway, so these guys pointed out that the Ukrainian commanders have chosen to embrace more low-profile advances involving groups of 15 to 50 soldiers in order to preserve manpower. Yeah, because it's their manpower. You don't care if those guys run out of Ukrainians. What are they going to do? Use Romanians after that? And Poles? The Poles seem that they warm up on the sidelines. The Washington and Lithuanians. 2.8 million people population. Or Estonia and Latvia, altogether 5 million people in the Baltic states. They're warming up on the sidelines. We're getting to get in. Hey, coach, let me go. Coach, I'm ready. Let me go. You're half dead already. Just go back to mommy. All right. Kiev's attempts to breach Russia's defense have so far been met with overwhelming artillery, anti-tanks missiles, loitering munitions, and helicopter fire, end quote, which have caused significant losses. Russia's extensive use of drones has also presented a challenge that, and I'm quoting, not even American forces, for all their combat experience in recent decades, have faced on this scale, the Post said. Well, experts and analysts. So, experts said that while advancing on foot would likely reduce the attrition sustained by the Ukrainian army, such tactics would be much slower and be much less likely to provide an opportunity for rapid breakthrough. But they left the tanks behind because they're too good. I covered that one too. Ukrainian officials, in turn, have debunked demands from their Western counterparts to speed up the operation and have instead stressed the need to avoid unnecessary losses. Again, we don't have people anymore, and complained about the lack of air support. Kiev has repeatedly pleaded with its Western backers provide its forces with US-designed F-16 fighter jets, arguing that they would play a key role in countering Russian air power. Western officials, however, have repeatedly insisted that the jets would not be a game changer. They know how good they are, probably. While Russia has responded by saying the aircraft would be destroyed like any other foreign military equipment in Ukraine. And not a game changer. Of course it was not a game changer. It's like you know your team. If you're a coach, you know your abilities as a team. So, no, I don't think we're going to send them in. We're going to play those guys? No, I think we're going to be 10-0 for those guys. I'm just kidding. But anyway, not. The offensive is dead, I guess, or almost, I would say. The element of surprise, which was supposed to have this counteroffensive, is gone. And the first week it was gone. And remember, even the Ukrainian says, "Yeah, you haven't seen nothing yet." Yeah, like that song. Yes, we're gonna do this. We're gonna see. You're gonna blah 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 Hollywood movies. No, I want to see it like in real life. Well, I can beat you up, but I don't want to right now. I'm not in the mood right now. I can, but don't make me hold me back, baby doll. I'm gonna. Really, I've seen like this. I've been involved in bullshit like this in my life. So when you hear someone, you don't want to fight. Bang, and the other thing is over. I mean, you either go, or if you start talking, all right, prepare for a surprise attack, like the regular. I'm going back, but I'm swinging. Ready. If a conversation goes more than 15 seconds. You either start the whole shit or you just walk away if you can, because that means the guy doesn't want to fight, or he's like a weasel. If you see a coyote, how he attacks, like this, it doesn't go straight. It's like sometimes it goes straight if the prey is like this, very very small and injured. Then the coyote is like a lion. So here, my friends, I think. The Ukrainians can do, the Americans can put as much pressure as they want. They don't have, I think the Ukrainians do not have the military, not the heart. I think they have the heart. After all, they're Ukrainians. But they're Slavic people. They have heart. But it's just, don't have the equipment, I think. And it's been a year and a half almost. And they don't have resources. Not enough. That's my assessment in general. And the Russians employed just, as I said, between 5 and 7% of their capabilities. Those guys just brought more than 100,000 people, gathered them in Kupiansk with 900 tanks, according to the Ukrainians. And these guys are just scraping the bottom of the barrel with a nail. Please. We're going to send you 5 Leopard tanks. Yeah, we'll send them 5. They will destroy the Russians, yeah. We're going to send them F-16s. How many? 12. Yeah, it's not going to be a game changer. Why? Because they know they suck. It's an old airplane, and it needs all kind of weather conditions. I'm joking, obviously, but they're not going to meet a old air defense pop, or a biplane flying against them, like in Libya, or let's say, I don't want to hurt Serbia's feelings, but in 1999 it kind of was an old army. I don't know how it's right now, or Iraq, rusty shit. I mean, they were started planes with that's how they started. Remember in the First World War, that's how I think even the second there were some planes that you start with a propeller. In the second was still, but I'm talking about those vehicles that you use I can't remember how you call that, the lever, or whatever. You go, so if there's F-16s fight those kind of planes, yeah, they're gonna be aces in the air. But unfortunately, they find something that is similar and better than them. So, did I say better? My bad. I hurt your feelings? Well, too bad. Anyway. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just. They can pressure. You remember, there was a joke when old guy wants to go, he complains that it was desire but not power. So that means he couldn't get it there, but he wanted but he couldn't. The same with these guys. They want but they don't have the equipment, the gear is not there to provide stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just, my friends.